Greetings, here we are with another delightful video from me to you through the internet, and this is what is old is new. A starter kit. This is published by N.E.W. I have to say that this is rather confusing slightly. It is important to note that this is not what I think of as a kit. It's just a book. The technical term I do believe that should be applied to this is a quick start rule set. As referring to this as a kit means that there is multiple items collected together in a box or some other kind of container for use with a particular thing. But being a single book, that makes no sense. There is, in fact, by the way, a starter set, starter box for what is old is new. So there is that. First and foremost, it is a fairly thin set of pages. There's only approximately 45 pages. There is exactly 45 pages for this. It opens up to the credits here, and then the table of contents as typical. It's a fairly decent set of table of contents. Please note that it gives you a quick explanation of the intent and purpose of this system, and explains key aspects of the character sheets, and then it immediately goes into the characters, which is all these characters are from one of the multiple eras in which you can play the system in. You can have a near future character, a modern day character, a character from the far future, fantasy future. You can have fantasy past character. You have a futuristic character and a fantasy character. This system is largely a dice pool system in itself, or assigned dice system, where each character has a set of dice that's associated with a stat, and they roll those dice is when it comes to anything that involves that stat. Then you have, as I said, dice pool. Mechanics for actually playing the game in itself. It goes over all the key little details of how to run it and so forth. Special attributes or characteristics you might be using if you're, say, playing a futuristic game, like scanning things or using magic when it comes to fantasy settings. It gives you a quick overlist of various spells that you can use, such as fire spells, illusion, and ice spells. And then has a nice little adventure for your party to play through. This is largely feels to be set in a modern near future situation, as you can see here. But it also has various other fantasy aspects tossed into it as well. So it comes with its own little adventure here. And then it has some monsters in the back end. So there you go. My personal thought is that some item table back here as well. Additional gear, equipment, and armor. Various useful tables for various things, as well as a quick overview for the system. So there you go. My personal problem with this is it refers to itself as a kit, but does not meet the requirements of being a kit. It is a quick start rule booklet, which basically quick start rule books are basically small, cheap books that contain the basic rules for a system, potentially no character creation option, a bunch of pre-made characters, which this does, and it also includes an adventure to play through with those characters, which this definitely does meet the criteria for a quick start book or adventure. I have to say that this being $18, it wouldn't be terribly bad as a price and for the type of product it is. However, the fact that it's referred to as a quick start kit is misleading and might lead to some people becoming annoyed with the fact that they thought they were going to get a box that has some stuff in it as opposed to just a single book. So there's that. Overall, it looks like it's a fairly well put together system. It has an adventure that comes with it, a variety of monsters and a variety of characters, so you can play through various things and experience different aspects of the system. You can probably recycle the characters in the front of the book, look for some other adventures, so the game master can create new scenarios for the people who are running through wanting to play this game a few times before they invest more into it. That is a fairly nice idea. I personally am not thrilled with the fact that it's called a kit as opposed to a quick start rulebook or quick start. So there is, in fact, as I said before, there is a starter box that is produced by EN Publishing. So that's coming in the future. My overall feeling is that it feels as if just having the wrong labeling or name for it should result in reduction in score. However, it is very cheap, and reasonably, if you spent $18 or $13 or $19 on this, and just a little booklet came, I would say that it's hard to get really peeved off or angry about that. Someone might get irritated that they thought they would get a whole lot more stuff for their $18, and it was a really good deal, but it still is a fairly decent deal. So I say it's like a 3.5 star. I really wish that there was better terminology choice on the book. There might have been nicer if there was a little bit more information in the booklet about things. Potentially even a section that showed off, a page that showed off like the core rulebook or the starter box for this system. So you, if you enjoyed this product, you would have definitely wanted to buy more products from them. However, this is also kind of spreading yourself pretty broad, and this being a dice pool system, some people don't really care for dice pool systems. Some people really do love them because dice pool systems are really simple to just build off of. They're the favored system of very inexperienced game masters and game designers. So a lot of the new people, a lot of the people who are fairly new to game design tend to overwhelmingly favor dice pool systems, as they define a range of fail to success even inside the die rule in itself. So it makes it really easy to build and balance mechanics around the fact that if someone rolls a d6 and they get a 1 or a 2 and fail, or they get a 5 or 6, they succeed, that's pretty good. And the more succeeds they have, the more X and Y itself. Different dice pool systems have different. If you get multiples of X and Y, a kind of result, well, it equals this kind of thing situation. Or you need X many of this is to succeed on a task. So there you go. Overall, I was rather surprised to find out that it was just a book. After all, it uses the word kit in it. This is more akin to a kit. This starter kit, this is what I think of when I see a kit. It is just like a little folder with a bunch of stuff inside of it, maybe with a few cards or a few adventure booklets with pre-made characters and stuff like that, and a few other things, maybe a map or two. But this is just a quick start book. So there you go. Yeah, I'd say it's a 3.5 simply because it's so cheap. Yet they managed to include all the essentials you need in there. And the system is versatile enough that you can play sci-fi, you can play modern times, and you can play fantasy of the olden days, you know? So there you go. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe on this channel. And consider leaving a comment or hitting the bell by the subscribe section. I cover all kinds of TTRPGs such as Star Wars Edge of the Empire, Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition Pathfinder stuff. Incidentally, I posted the poll for this wave, and I had an individual say something like, oh, I have the Pathfinder version of Abomination Vaults, so I'm rather curious as to what the D&D 5th edition version of it is going to be like. And I'm like, I don't think I remember covering the Pathfinder one. It's on my list of things to do. But I have both. And you know what? I might as well just make it a double feature and do both for the next video, for that video. That way, I kill two birds with one stone, which is a rather mean thing to do to poor little birds, unless they happen to be eating your food and all your essential stuff. Of course, you probably could have just got around them eating it by producing more food or putting up netting to block them from certain areas, but that's neither here nor there. You know, I'd much rather not get involved in killing of animals that just simply wanted to eat and have do no harm or threat to you. So, if it was a skunk or a raccoon that carries rabies, or sprays a horrible stench, or a bear, then I could see taking it out with force being something of value. So, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a delightful day, a nice night, a wonderful weekend, a magnificent month, and see you next time. Ciao.